Hey everybody, welcome to class. There's still about 5 minutes before class starts. And one of the first things you'll need to do, if you're joining us on YouTube, you can find the description of the playlist down below. You'll get that playlist pulled up on a separate device, September 2020 Brain Adjustment. And you can just have that on the side, positioned on the first song, and ready to play when we get there. And if you're joining on Zoom, more than likely you already have the playlist, so you can just set that up for yourself. I want to welcome everybody to class 2 minutes, and you could find your comfortable seat. I like to prop up on a blanket that's folded over a couple times. If you guys haven't met Rasta, this is Rasta, my beautiful kitty cat. She'll be here for part of the practice because she loves being part of the yoga as much as she can. Plus she gets pets, and she loves those pets. So the playlist is set up. We've got a blanket underneath of us, or a block if you choose, and we will need one yoga block for the practice today. So just have a yoga block by the front of your mat. And then finding your comfortable seat and allowing the eyes to be closed, relaxing the body around the breath, and allowing the breath to naturally deepen as you soften into the body, into the breath. Allow that softening and ease in the breath and the body to translate into a softening in the mind. Relaxing the mind into the breath, and relaxing the breath into the body. And just take these next couple of moments to tune into the breath and arrive in the room, arrive into the class, and arrive into your practice, starting out with the sacred connection to the breath, the body, and the mind. Just 2 minutes here. Just being with the breath. Ease in the body, centering. You can feel tension relieving from your body as you find greater and greater ease around the breath. Softening in the belly, especially, as much as you can. Let that natural diaphragmatic movement that happens with the inhale and exhale happen. Nice loose belly on the inhale so the diaphragm can drop. And no force, just gentle exhalation. The diaphragm will naturally lift. Deep belly breathing, smooth and steady. Preparing the mind and the body for practice today. As we move into the Kriya, the elementary adjustment of the brain. This Kriya changes the frequency right at the base of the skull. Right at the brain stem, the reptilian brain, where our instincts are. You'll feel this when we get there. We're going to do a great little warm-up to prepare us for the practice. And then we'll move into the Kriya in the last 15 or 20 minutes of the practice is the actual Kriya. Allowing the hands to come together at heart center, and a little rub of the palms. We'll open in the traditional way to open every Kundalini class around the world. Little rub of the palms, nice gentle pressure. And then bringing the hands to stillness, the thumbs rest in the sternum lifts towards the thumbs. And a big inhalation all the way in, drawing the breath in. And an exhale all the way out. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Atkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siring Guru Deve Name. Atkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siring Guru Deve Name. Atkare Name, Jugatkare Name, Satkare Name, Siring Guru Deve Name. Inhaling deeply and completely, drawing that sweet breath into the body all the way in, feeling the mantras reverberate around you, setting the intention that you have, why you came, why you showed up today, feeling it inside, holding the breath, letting it build, letting it fill you from the inside. And then exhale, releasing the breath and the intention out into the room. Building unity and community with the mantras and building the environment inside and out with our intention. Beautiful. You can go ahead and press play on the playlist. You don't need it if you don't have it up. You can get it next time. And coming off of whatever you're seated on, flat to the floor, we're going to begin with some Sufi grind. So palms face down on the knees. Then inhale, circle forward. Exhale, circle back. Just pick a direction and go. Nice and loose in the waist. Eyes are closed once you have it. And you can stay with this breath pattern, or if you like, and I particularly like this other breath pattern for this practice, long, slow, deep breathing. Maybe you're doing 2 or 3 circles per breath. So feel it out, find what's right for you. Either inhaling forward, exhaling back the way we started, or long, deep breathing. No matter where you're going, you're smoothing out your circle. Not about force. Not about making the circle happen, more glide. Glide with the breath and the movement. And get really loose in the motion. Smooth, steady breath. Rooting into the earth. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, upright, nice and tall, full breath in. And an exhale there, releasing the breath all the way out. And reversing the circle, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Just going in the opposite direction, picking your breath pattern, and keeping it steady. Loosening through the waist, loosening through the low spine where it connects to the hips, and a slight engagement of the abdomen happens here as we circle back. So just warming the body, loosening, grounding into Mother Earth, being held, and feeling our connection to the breath as we move with our eyes closed. In Kundalini, we keep our eyes closed as much as possible. This way our gaze is internal rather than external. Less distraction, more focus on what's taking place inside, the subtle little shifts, the changes, the energetic fluctuations. As we move, as we breathe, as we go through the practice, things begin to awaken, things begin to shift and change. Keeping the eyes closed helps us notice those. Pay a little bit more attention to all the nuances. And a big inhale brings us straight upright, nice and tall, full breath in. And an exhale, the palms slide down onto the shins. And we're going to move into spinal flex. This is low spinal flex, so the hands are on the shins. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, back. Pelvis tilts forward, heart comes with it. Pelvis tilts back, heart goes with it. And it goes nice and steady. Nice steady pace, taking the spine into extension and flexion. And we're keeping the chin slightly tucked in a Jalandhara neck lock, so we're not jerking the head up and down with this motion. We're keeping it nice and steady. Head stays nice and aligned, and the spine is moving, isolating the length of the spine from tailbone to collarbones. There we go. It's a really good song if you have the playlist going. Rocking out, bringing some new life, some new energy into the practice. No matter what time you're joining us in this practice, it's a brand new start. This moment, getting the spine moving nice and loose. Moving the spine in this way is so important. The spinal fluid has no hydraulic pump. It has no way of moving the fluid within it other than natural movements like this in the body. The spinal fluid directly impacts the craniosacral fluid, and since we're doing the elementary adjustment for the brain, we've got 4 minutes of spinal flex here to really allow that craniosacral fluid to change, to shift. And that happens because the spine and the craniosacral fluid are connected. And as we move the spinal fluid, we also adjust the craniosacral fluid. Keep the motion, keep the breath. Allow the hands to slide out onto the knees. And the heart nice and high. Heart moving a little bit more freely, a little bit more easily now with the hands out on the knees, because the thoracic spine has a little bit more opening through it with the hands a little bit wider on the knees. And then drop in. Come out of the force of it. Be a little bit softer, be more in the glide, the momentum of the breath. And the momentum of the breath is what's moving the body. Yes, if you're not used to doing this, you'll begin to feel a little warmth in the low spine. You'll begin to feel those spinal erectors really working. And this is so good for us. Building up strength along all the vertebrae, those spinal erectors, keeping us straight and tall and upright, and allowing the spine to decompress and hold its upward lift against gravity. Really important. Well, I think it is. Maybe you do too. 3, 2, and 1. Big inhale all the way in, full breath. And an exhale out of the nose, smooth and steady. Inhale, the hands wide out and up. And on an exhale, fingertips come landing on the shoulders if they can, elbows at shoulder height. Inhale, we're going to twist to the left. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. Little twists, little puff of air in and out. Keeping the elbows at shoulder height as best you can. Moving into spinal twist. We've taken the spine into flexion and extension. Now we're doing a little twist across the transverse plane here. Rinsing, wringing it out. Ah, beautiful. Little engagement of the low abdomen, tucking that tailbone down towards the floor, rising up from that downward tuck. Spine is nice and tall. And then from the heart center, elbows, left elbow to the left, right elbow to the right, down in the tailbone, up in the spine, left and right with the elbows, heart nice and high. Three, 2, and 1. Big inhale, center, full breath all the way in. Hold the breath at the top. And exhale, slowly, thumb, first finger touch, other fingers fall away. And we notice, we take time to tune in, feeling what we feel, noticing those subtle shifts, noticing that things are already different from the time we began. Allowing the eyes to blink open. We're going to send the left leg out diagonally to the left. Right knee is going to stay bent. Sole of the right foot in to the inner left thigh. Beautiful. Flex the left foot. Spread the toes as wide as you can. And we're going to focus now on the big toe mound of that left foot. Beautiful. So imagine where that is. Get in contact with that big toe mound. Keep the toes spread. On an inhale, the right hand is going to come high and we're going to lean over towards that left toe. On the exhalation, we're going to bring that right hand to the ground as we send that left big toe mound out and away, keeping the toes flexed. That big toe mound is reaching, so we're opening the inseam of this left leg as we extend, taking the left hand over to the right. Inhale, flexing. Left foot comes in, right hand up and over towards that big toe. And then on the exhale, extending that big toe mound out and away. So the big toe mound is the longest part away from our left fingers as we extend over to the right. Inhale, leaning to the left, right hand over. Exhale, big toe mound out and away. Left hand reaches away from the big toe mound. Beautiful. Nice and steady. Your breath, your pace. Keep the toes flexed as you can. Smooth, steady, long, deep breathing. Keep sending that big toe mound out and away. Inhale, right hand high. And on an exhalation, we're going to bring that right arm down to the floor, making a fist, right elbow right underneath the right shoulder. And then both legs go long, one foot stacked on top of the other, right foot's on bottom here. And then we're going to reach through the big toe mounds again so the feet are nice and parallel. Beautiful. Left hand, palm face up onto the left thigh. This is our inhale, so big deep breath here. And exhale, taking that left hand long overhead, palm face down. Inhale, palm face up, back by the thigh. Exhale, up and overhead. So you can stay here moving in this way, or if you like, we're going to go into a side plank as we move and breathe. So on the exhalation, we're going to lift the hips, sending that left hand out and away, palm facing down. Inhale, bringing it all back down to the earth. We've got 5 of these, so 4 left. Exhale, keeping the big toe mounds reaching away as best we can. Inhale, everything comes back. Exhale, as we lift, the diaphragm lifts, the navel back towards the spine. Inhale, the diaphragm drops, the hips drops, left palm faces up. Nice and steady. 2 more. Inhale, hand lands, left palm faces up. And on the exhale, we're going to come right up to center. Right leg out, left sole of the left foot inside to the inner right thigh. Switching sides now. Flexing that right foot, spreading the toes, getting in touch with that big toe mound on the right side. Inhale, left hand up and over, reaching towards that right big toe. And on the exhale, sending that right big toe mound out and away, left palm to the ground, right hand up and over, creating length on the right side, opening the inseam of that right leg. Inhale. And exhale. Moving at your pace. And you can control the intensity of this with how far you flex and how much you push and open that inseam with the big toe mound. It's entirely up to you. You don't have to start at 100%. You don't need to go to your edge and beyond. It's smooth, it's gentle, and it will open over time. Keep coming back and you'll feel the difference. Not only in the practice, but in the way that you walk, the way that you stand. Nice and steady. We've got 2 more here. Inhale, left hand high. And an exhale, left hand's going to come down to the ground, making a fist, left elbow stacked directly under the left shoulder. Both legs go long, so the legs are parallel with the body now. Big toe mound reaches away as we flex the toes. Those feet are as parallel as we can the entire time. Right palm faces up on the right thigh. Inhale here. Exhale, take that right hand up and over, palm facing down. Inhale, palm comes back facing up. Exhale, up and over. You can stay just moving the arm with the breath. That's perfectly okay. If you want to go further, as we exhale, hips lift off the ground, reaching as far as we can into that right hand. Nice and steady. Movement with the breath. That's 1. 4 more. Keeping the feet as parallel as you can. Try to keep the toes spread. There's a lot of attention to that big toe mound in this warm-up for good reason. And I'll tell you that reason in a moment. I think I've lost count, but this is the last one, I'm pretty sure. We'll see. I can replay the video and then maybe I'll know then. Last inhale, hips to the ground. And on an exhale, we're going to roll right onto our backs, getting there the best way you can. As we come onto our backs, the knees will curl into the chest, wrapping the hands around the shins, and a gentle little rock side to side here. And then finding stillness in the center, interlacing the hands around the right shin, drawing that right knee in, both feet are flexed. Inhale, that left leg nice and high, straight as you can. My leg's not super straight, but it's as straight as I can with my tight hamstrings. So you go where you can go. If your leg's straighter, go straighter. If it's more bent, let it be bent, but you're going as straight as you can. The next thing we want to focus on is, instead of having an external rotation where the left toes are angled out to the left, we really focus on keeping an internal rotation of that left hip so that the left foot stays parallel in line with the body. Flexing the toes and reaching through that big toe mound again. This is our inhale position, so take a breath in here. And on an exhale position, nice and slow, as you draw that right knee in, send that left heel out and away, reaching through that big toe mound, comes down to the ground or hovering an inch above it. Inhale, keeping the leg parallel, that internal rotation. And exhale, paying really close attention not to let the toes flare out to the left. This may take a lot of concentration for some of us. Keeping the left foot parallel, in line with the body, not angled out. Keep reaching through that big toe mound. Keep both feet flexed. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of concentration to really get this, but it will pay off so much for where we're going and in the rest of our life. Last inhale here, drawing that left leg up nice and high. And an exhale, it's coming down. Switching sides here, interlacing around the left shin. Both feet are flexed, drawing that left knee in nice and closely. And then extending that right leg as straight as you can. Again, not flaring out to the right with the toes, keeping them as in line and parallel with the body as we can. So an internal rotation at the hip rather than an external rotation. Spreading the toes, reaching through that big toe mound. Tremble a little bit if it causes trembling, that's okay. Inhale here, nice and deep. And an exhale, out and down. Draw that left knee in as you send that right heel out and away. Inhale, nice and steady, no rush here. Just complete concentration on that internal rotation, the flex and opening of the toes, and the reaching through that inseam to the big toe mound of that right leg as you send the right heel and the big toe mound out and away. It's a lot. Nice and steady. You may even begin to work up a little bit of a sweat here. Wow, the body's working harder than you thought. Keep it going. Last time, big inhale, right leg high. And an exhale, bring that right knee in, wrapping the hands around the shins. Little gentle rock side to side. And then a little rock front to back, up and down the spine. And then you'll roll right up and over to your standing position, feet plant. Inhale, find that half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, full forward fold. Let it out, let it down. Inhale, you're going to rise up halfway, full breath, open heart. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, half lift, broad open heart. Exhale, full forward fold. Straighten the knees as you can. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. One round, half Surya. Notice the stance in the legs. Inhale, hands high, gaze up. Exhale, full forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift, broad open heart, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, full forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center and then through, palms face forward, standing in your mountain pose, just for a beat. Just noticing, feeling into your stance here in mountain now. And we're going to come back to this. Beautiful. Inhale, hands high, palms up. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, half lift, broad open heart. Exhale, hands plant. We're going to take a giant step back with that right foot, preparing for high lunge. So we're on the balls of that back right foot, toes are curled under. We're going to straighten that back leg straight and long, reaching through that back right heel. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, sink in the hips. Inhale, straightening that front leg. And now on an exhale, we're going to bend the front knee, bend the back knee, make fists, bend the elbows, bring it down, back knee hovering off the ground. Inhale, straightening, opening, full breath, create length. On the exhale, bring it down, make fists, create strength. In, full breath, hands high, spread the hands, fingers wide. Exhale, bring it down, bring it down. In, full breath, reach through that back heel, strong, straight back leg. Exhale. We've got one more. In, full breath, open. Bring it down. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, bend that front knee. Back heel wraps onto the floor, preparing for our warrior two. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, opening wide, warrior two. Grabbing your block. Block goes right into the inner side of that inner left ankle. Inhale, straightening that front leg. Exhale, leaning across that countertop. Palm down or fist down onto that block. Inhale, right hand high to the sky. Gaze looks up. Palm faces forward. And on an exhale, hand circles forward and down. On an inhale, palm faces up as it goes back and up. Gaze follows. Exhale, right from the shoulder. Arm comes forward and down. Inhale, back and up. Gaze follows. Nice and steady. Last inhale, big full breath, hand high, gaze high, full Utthita Trikonasana. Breathing here, we're going to extend into that left big toe mound, grounding, pushing that big toe mound into the floor. And as we send that big toe mound into the floor, we're going to get a rebound effect from the earth, opening the outer right hip here, these 3 to 6 inches on the outer right hip, getting a little bit more twist, a little bit more opening. Breathe into your posture. Use that extension into that big toe mound. Beautiful work, guys. Big inhale. And exhale. Exhale, bring that upward hand down, get that block, move it away. Little micro bend in that front knee, hands come down to the floor, pivoting, getting that back heel off the ground, and preparing to step up. Big inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, step up, half lift, broad open heart. Exhale, full forward fold. In, rise all the way up, palms touch. Notice the difference between the right side and the left. Exhale, hands coming down to the earth. Down to the heart. Heart and earth, an interesting combination there. Inhale, hands high, gaze up, palms touch. Exhale, full forward fold all the way down. Inhale, half lift, broad open heart. And exhale, full forward fold. Hands plant. This time, that giant step back with the left foot, preparing for a high lunge. Back left heel, straight back leg, nice and strong. Inhale, rise, hands high. Exhale, sink in the hips. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, bend in both knees, bend in both arms, bring it into fists. Oh, inhale, nice and long and strong. Exhale, bring it down. In, full breath, open, length. Exhale, make fists, strength. In. And out. And in, hands high, spread the fingers. Exhale. Inhale, open. Last time down, exhale, bring it down, bring it down. Oh. Inhale, hands stay. Exhale, bend that front knee. Back heel comes to the ground, preparing for our warrior two. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, out into our warrior two pose. Grabbing your block on this side, block goes into the inner right ankle. Inhale, straightening that front leg, preparing for our Utthita Trikonasana. Exhale, reaching out. Right hand comes down, left hand comes high, gaze looks up. Left palm faces forward. Exhale, arm comes forward and down. Inhale, it goes back and up, gaze follows. So nice and steady. We're creating length on the inseam of the legs because we lose that inseam as we get older. It can tend to get shorter from all the seated stuff that we do, including driving. So it's such a good practice, not just for our standing postures, just like this one, but also for our everyday activities. Last inhale, hand high, big full breath, gaze looks up, and then normal breathing here, finding your Utthita Trikonasana, and then grounding down into that right big toe mound, sending that right big toe mound into the ground, and then a nice rotation from the rebound effect here, opening that 3 to 6 inches on the outer left hip. Smooth, steady breath, nice and easy. Full extension of the posture. Oh, how beautiful it is to open. Big inhale where you are. And exhale, bringing that left hand down to the right, getting that block out of the way, little bend in the front right knee, bringing that back left heel off the ground, inhaling there, and exhale. Inhale, step it up, half lift, broad open heart, and exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch. And an exhale, hands to the heart. And then through, palms face forward. Smooth, steady breath. Just feel how grounded from the waist down you are. Strong, activated legs. The pinky edge and the big toe mound flat on the floor. You are stable. And from this stability, there's an upward lift towards the heart. Chest is broad and open, and you are ready to face the day. Because we are supported and rooted and grounded down, we can rise up. And the inseams of our legs need this in order to keep the energetic upward effect into the Mula Bandha, the base of the spine, and rising through the spine to the heart and the crown. Beautiful. And with this, we are prepared for our Kriya. So bring it down to the ground, make any adjustments with your mat, anything that's shifled or shuffled. I don't even know what a shuffle is, but shifled or shuffled, and come to the floor. Find that comfy cross-legged seat, because the rest of the practice is going to be seated until we come down to Shavasana. So make sure you're fairly comfortable here on the floor. And allow the eyes to close and just settle in for a round of breath here. Find your seat. Be in your seat. You can feel the activation of the legs. We've created a stable base so we can move into this very energetically intense practice safely. We've built the ground. Now we'll amplify it and then land it nice and safely. So the first part of this practice, we need to have a mudra. And there are two different mudras, but they're very, very similar. The first one, for the first set, we're going to bring the thumb to the pinky mound of the hand. And then we're going to wrap the ring finger and the pinky on top of it, and the other two fingers go long. So that's thumb underneath, ring finger and pinky on top, and then the other two fingers extend long. And we're going to do a breath pattern, bringing the hands at heart height, the elbows stay at the same height. The fingertips don't touch, they're about 1 inch apart. And we're going to inhale through an O breath. So we're going to make an O with the mouth, and we're going to draw the breath in. And then we're going to exhale through the nose and point the fingers away. So the shoulder blades are going to draw behind the heart. The heart will extend a little high, and we're going to crunch the nose up and exhale with force and a little bit of angst and anger. Like a cat hissing. Inhale. And exhale. And eyes are closed once you have it, and steady breath here. The inhale through the O mouth, and the exhale out through a crunched nose with a little bit of in there. It's meant to be forceful. In through the mouth, slow and subtle, bring it back, land home at the heart, and on an exhalation, sending all the energy that would be in the way of you getting to where you want to go out. Inhale, centering at the heart. And as you exhale, pointing out and away, sending anything that's stuck, stagnant, or unwanted inside of you out of the nose, out with the breath, and out of your body. You can bring that intention that you set at the beginning of class back into this practice right now. Each inhale, that intention permeating through every cell becoming saturated with that intention. Every exhale, you're releasing any opposing forces or energy that might be in the way of that complete and utter saturation of your intention. Why you came, why you're here. Feel it as you move, as you breathe. Your whole body becoming a conduit for this intention and releasing what's no longer necessary. Big inhale, draw the breath in through the mouth, hold, clench the jaw, squeeze every muscle in your body. Anus, sex organs contract, navel pulls back towards the spine, abdomen flexes, chest flexes, the whole body begins to shake and tremble as you hold the breath, and then out with cannon breath. Release the contractions. Inhale, draw it in through the mouth, hold the posture. Hold, contract, jaw, face, muscles, everything shakes and contracts. Keep holding, let it build, shake it out. Whole nervous system reset. And out with cannon breath. One more time, inhale through the mouth. Hold, shake. And out. Thumb, first finger touch, other fingers fall away. Let it breathe, let it settle. Couple rounds of breath here. Notice and feel. We're turning up the amperage. The frequency is getting heightened. We've built the stable base. Notice how we land in the hips and ground down so much more easily after the practice, the warm-up we've done preparing for this. Beautiful. Moving on. Second mudra is very similar. This time, the ring finger and the pinky fold down. The thumb goes on top, locking them in place. The first two fingers long again. The elbows are going to bend right next to the waist. And we're going to begin to do backward circles. And they're fast. And we're going to begin to do that O breath, but with diaphragmatic breathing. And it's going to sound like hoo, 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 hoo. But it's going to be super, super fast as we can. So we're going as fast as we can, but as steady as we can. We've got 3 minutes here, so I'll let you know when we get down to a minute, as we get down to 30 seconds. You're keeping it steady, you're keeping it at a capacity and a stable pace that you can sustain. And then if you want to go all out in the last 30 seconds, we'll go all out. It's a big one. It's a big one. It takes work. It takes work, but you came to shift. You came to change. You came to get that intention fully actualized inside yourself. So right now's the time. This is the one that changes that base level frequency right at the brain stem, that reptilian brain, our instincts. So at the fundamental building block of our frequency, this is what we're changing right now. You'll feel it when we stop. Breath as steady as you can. If you need to go to long, slow, deep breathing for a couple rounds, go right ahead. If you need to stay there, go right ahead. Come back in with the forceful breathing when you can, as you can, and let it build. Keep coming back to the practice and you'll get it. You'll get it. If it's day one, let it be day one, right? Work at day one level, not on day, whatever day I'm on level. Under a minute. It's nice and steady. You got it. You got it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Nice and steady. Work for it. Dig in. Make your sound, your breath, your pace. Go. "30 seconds. Fast as you can. Fast as you can. Hands as fast as you can, breath as fast as you can. Keep it going. Got 10 seconds. Steady, steady, go. Three, two, and one. Big inhale through the mouth. Hold the breath. Squeeze every muscle in your body. Jaw clenches. Everything squeezes. It's a big one. There's a lot of energy held. Let it build. Let it build. Shake, tremble. Keep the posture. Cannon breath. In through the mouth. Nice and full. Hold at the top. Squeeze. Every muscle contracts in your body. Everything. Toes curl. Calves flex, thighs flex, anus, sex organs contract, navel, back, chest flexes, shake, squeeze, cannon breath out. One more time, draw it in through the mouth. Hold, squeeze, shake. And out. Thumb, first finger touch. We're going to bring it home. Palms face up, other fingers extend away, landing on the knees or thighs, eyes closed, and tune in. Feel that place at the top of the neck, the base of the spine, the occiput, the occipital ridge. You can feel a vibration there. That Kriya does exactly what it says it will do. Changing our base level frequency, elementary adjustment for the brain. Taking that same mudra we just had, where you fold the pinky and the ring finger in, thumb on top, other two fingers long. Or, if that's really problematic for you, I have very tight hands, so it is for me. Keep the mudra. It's better with the mudra. It really is. If the mudra is not working, you have the option of just opening the hands, palms face up. So however you're going to hold your hands, palms face up with the mudra or without, rotating the thumbs back as far as you can so the heart comes high, eyes closed, long, deep breathing, extending right out of the shoulders into the palms, fingers open wide, thumbs keep rolling down towards the floor to keep elevating the heart. In order to do this safely, the low abdomen engages, tucking that tailbone towards the floor. As the tailbone tucks down, that's your counterbalance for the upward lift in the heart. Smooth, steady breath through the nose. We've turned the amperage way up. Now we're bringing it home. We're holding this pose, this posture. It's an antenna. From the magnetism of the earth to the magnetism of the planets, the way that life and energy flows through us. We're solidifying what we've built into us at a cellular level. Long, deep, steady breath in and out of the nose. You've built this. You've put this here for you. It is yours. You can feel what you've built. Now we come home. We come home into our own magnificence, our own divinity, in the grand partnership with all that is, cared for and protected, held and supported, divine and regal and free. Stay with it. Keep feeling your freedom build. Keep feeling your inherent power. It is yours. And it is shared with all that is. And all that is shares itself with you. No separation, no distinction, only thought is the distinction. We are part of something bigger and greater. Feel that greatness. Be a part of that greatness. Let that greatness be a part of you. More gently, inhale in through the nose this time, in. Hold the posture, a more gentle squeeze here, right? Tone it down, squeeze and hold. The jaw, everything tenses. And a softer cannon breath. In the nose. Hold, more gentle squeeze, but squeeze nonetheless. Hold it, keep it. Out the mouth, cannon breath. One last time. In the nose, smooth, steady. Hold, squeeze. Smooth, soft, out the mouth. Hands fall. And as they do, come immediately to lying into your Shavasana. Right onto your backs, palms face up by the hips. Whole body surrendering to the floor. We've done enough work. Now it's time to reside in the rest that's waiting for us. It's right there. Palms face up by the hips, surrendering and letting go. Feeling the regalness and the majesty as we come to the floor, the same way we stabilized and then activated and turned it up, the same capacity we have to calm it and land it. And we're going to be here landing it, letting it go. We've done everything that we need to. Now it's time for the practice to do what the practice does and find its way into us at a cellular level. We've heightened the prana, the building blocks of all the energy in our body and of life itself. And that prana has an intelligence. It knows exactly where to go and exactly what to do, what our body needs right now in this moment. Our job is to let it in by finding complete relaxation and ease, letting go. As we let go, it knows where to go, how to reach us in the ways that we need. We are part of something greater. We are cared for, really and truly. Let's let ourselves be cared for right here, right now, for the next couple of moments. Completely taken care of. What would that feel like? Can I let myself experience that? The absolute care of my higher power, taking care of me in every way I need. Thank you. Thank you. We live and we breathe in God's ultimate care and protection. We exist in this care. We are cared for in our successes and what we deem as our failures. We are cared for. There is no distinction. Let's take that care with us for the rest of the day. Taking the thumbs, letting them come to the first fingertips to touch, And then slowly running those fingers along the thumb along the fingertips, one at a time. Wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. And then bringing the hands to come to touch, rubbing the palms right in front of the heart. And then bending the knees, soles of the feet come off the ground, soles of the feet come together, rubbing the soles of the feet and the hands at the same time. And a big inhale, hands long, legs long, stretch as you inhale, reach it out. And exhale over onto your right side to take a round of cleansing breath. And then rising up as the new improved version of yourself. In God's care, hands come to the heart. Inhale, hands wide, out and up, palms touch. I am happy. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands wide, out and up, palms touch. I am healthy. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, hands wide, out and up, palms touch. I am holy. Exhale, hands landing right at the center of the heart. Out loud, repeat after me. I embody grace so fully that all who I meet feel its presence. Hands to the forehead center, closing with one long sat, one short nam. Sat nam meaning truth is what we are. Inhaling. Sat nam. Thank you all you fantastic yogis for joining in this practice. Thank you so much. If you're here with me on Zoom, tomorrow morning we'll have another class at 8 a.m. That's the Saturday class. If you're watching this on YouTube, a like would be appreciated. So give the video a like if you joined in and you enjoyed it. For those of you that are here in Zoom, I'll take the mute off in a second and we'll have any questions. And for those of you that are on YouTube, see you when I see you.